We're good. Hi, everybody. You can hear me okay? Welcome. Welcome to the culinary stage here at Feast It Forward for the Napa Valley Food Festival. How many of you, is this your first demo that you're attending today? First one? Who's been here today already? All right. We started early. We started very early with wine, and I am so excited for this one. So thank you for being here. And before we get started, I'd like to introduce you to Matt Ruggieri, the filmmaker. We're going to take a look at his trailer and then kick it off. Let's take a look.
We have worked this land for generations. We passed down from their ancestors before them. The gods gifted us this miraculous plant.
With AV issues, right? Well, we're going to bring this to life with Chef Brian Malarkey, who I am so excited to welcome to our culinary stage. So let's bring him out. Woo!
What was that? What was that?
Like,
Oh no, that means I'm going to burn my food right now. We are not starting out well.
Well, we are, because we're just going to get straight to the food and the tequila, and we're lucky enough to have Steve Reynolds here, too.
This is not a food festival. This is a film festival. Where's the film, all right? Well, take it from me. I got a sneak peek of the film, and it was absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, heart-touching, an amazing story, which you will now have to go watch in its entirety, because you don't even get to see a trailer. Not even a tease, all right? But there is something good. You do have tequila in front of you.
You do. So I hope you're enjoying it. We're lucky enough, Brian, to have Steve Reynolds here, too, who's not only a winemaker, but also, we're saying the new title, Tequilier, right? Who is the maker of Penta, which is going to be an incredible tequila you're trying today. So, Chef, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about the story you just told me about the tequila?
Can you hear me in the back?
What a voice.
So what you're going to try today is the first tequila that represents all 5 states of Mexico. So think of it like the French have been blending 5 noble grapes. Before Christ, we've been enamored with these wonderful flavors, layering the complexity. But nobody had ever done it with a spirit. So we were the first guys to go down with sort of winemaker vision and grow organic agave in all 5 regions. And we call it 5 expressions. So I hope you enjoy.
No. I love the idea of the filtration system with charcoal, because if you're from California or whatever, you know everybody's drinking their charcoal now to cleanse their body. Right. And you also use the charcoal to cleanse the tequila?
So there's a new technique. The term is called Cristalino. So what we do now is we actually, females, everybody in general, tend to like clear spirits just a little bit better. So, or they're more popular, I won't say a little better. So what this is 7 months of barrel aging, but then we use a special charcoal filtration method to remove the color. So it comes out a little cleaner, but you still get some of that beautiful vanilla that I think you're probably enjoying right now, predominantly from the French barrels.
Steve, I think that's called a Jedi mind trick.
That's beautiful.
we're taking
Hold on,
a dark,
I got another one.
tequila.
This is the best tequila you've ever tasted in your life.
It's one more just for the audience. So I'm so excited to get it going. What are we making?
I was so upset with the way that we got kicked off there. I want to do it again. I felt sorry for Matt, and you guys didn't get to see the trailer for his amazing film. They're going to come see it. So here we go.
Oh, we're going to do it again. We're just going to kick it off and pretend we're starting all over.
Yeah.
Matt, what an incredible clip. Thank you for sharing the trailer to your movie with us. Now I would like to introduce Chef Brian Malarkey.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Brilliant. I would like to thank the Napa Valley Film Festival for having me. I would like to thank Matt and his amazing movie, Agave, The Spirit of a Nation, for inspiring this dish. My good friends at Monogram for putting together this amazing test kitchen with the best equipment.
It's incredible.
And of course, Feast It Forward, the group that is doing all my prep for me so I don't even have to pick up a knife.
There you go. I thought I was going to for you. So here we go.
Of course, the tequila and the mezcal and the agave.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels so much better.
Yes. All right. right. So, Chef, what are we making? I know you live in San Diego, and so you draw a lot of inspiration probably from these ingredients to start.
We are very close to the border down there, and there's so much fun things going on all throughout just the Baja region, all throughout Mexico. You go down to Mexico City, world-class
it's incredible,
dining.
incredible.
I just got back from the Valle Food and Wine Festival. Down there cooking on open fire with wood and the amazing wine region they have going on down there. Not as good as this one.
No.
Pretty fun, though. And so after watching Matthew's movie and seeing about the old ways of making the agave and the field work and the story and the culture of the people and who they are and from one generation to the next, and kind of that handcrafted spirit. And, it is a spirit. And I think that was one of your lines in the movie was, this real spirit. And that's where it gets his name. Mm-hmm. And just really, really getting to understand agave more. I was very inspired to use it in all of its forms.
Which I love. You literally are using it in all of its forms today.
And so I thought, since I'm up here talking and we're having so much fun and it's about a great film, we are calling this dish tongue-in-cheek. And as I like this. I haven't even made the dish, but you all have an opinion on the dish already because you've already eaten the dish. How'd we do?
Well, how is it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Pretty amazing.
This show is over. All right.
Your work here is finished. They've got tequila. What else do they need?
All right. So the idea was really kind of doing a pozole, which is a dish of celebration based on harmony and putting the family around the table, usually done with pork products and stuff, but we're doing beef. We have beef cheek and beef tongue in cheek. And the
Very
idea
clever.
of putting that together in this really robust, complex, celebratory sort of way, and that's what we wanted to do for you. So these are simple ingredients that you can get at home and just cook
down
this
at the
up
market
anytime you want.
Throw it together.
Or you can come down to San Diego, California, come to one of my restaurants.
I think that's what we'll do.
And charge you for it.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
I'll do that. I think that's fair enough. But you know what I think is so cool about what you're doing is I love tequila to use as a braising liquid instead of a wine. I think it's got incredible depth of flavor and can add something. So
and we're not talking bad about wine because
no,
we are at
heck
the
no.
Napa Valley.
What are we? Napa Valley Film Festival.
Film Festival. But it is. You're true. And even drinking tequila is so clear and clean and low calorie and really,
Paleo approved.
Paleo approved. You're going from the best of times to not a very bad hangover. So let's kind of talk through this dish so you get an understanding of what you've got going on right there.
Okay. We'll switch places.
I'm going to come on over here to my Monogram induction burners right here.
We're having so much fun with because there is just such concentrated, amazing heat. They get they get hot so quickly.
What you're saying right here is so accurate. All right. And this is I love Monogram. This is going to be a little bit of a plug, but a real one right here. Go for it. And the fact that induction burners is kind of the wave of the future. Mm-hmm. The fact that you can get them so hot and cool down so quickly. And I have kids in the house, and the idea that the kids aren't burning themselves. Open fire. One day we're going to look back and go, gosh, we were just Neanderthal cavemen. We had these open fires in our kitchen. And it was so cool. And I love open fire in my backyard. All right?
Right.
So we're bringing this up right here. Mm-hmm. We're going to bring it up in my demo, and my friends here at Feast It Forward are so great and so over the top. They did all my prep.
They did.
So imagine what I'm going to do right now is we're going to do pickled cactus and pickled red onion.
Okay.
Using the agave and a little red wine vinegar.
Wow. What a great idea to do the agave, too, for the sweet.
The agave sweet is really kind of just giving honey a run for its money. And right now, if you know that the bees are stressed out and they're overproducing right now, it's a great substitute. So check out agave as a sweetener.
I think you just made a new hashtag, though, giving honey a run for its money.
Honey run for the money.
Okay, so those two together.
So we're going to boil that. So we have the sweet, the vinegar, the acidity right there. I'm going to have you cut up a little bit of this cactus.
I'm so excited to be cooking, cutting, doing anything, Chef.
What says Mexico? Like some nice cactus right there.
Right.
A little dice there.
You would like a dice. Like, okay, you got it. How's that for the thickness? Am I doing okay, Chef?
You are doing great.
All right. It's a little stressful here.
I am not one of those guys that thinks that food has to be actually just perfect and pinpoint accuracy. I'm not a little tweezer kind of chef.
You're not?
I'm a flavor chef. And I think you got a load of that right there, right?
Well, then maybe.
All right, so now I'm going to take my cheeks, all right? Really, one of the best parts of either a fish, a cow, a sheep, a goat.
So good.
The cheek is so tender and so great and has so much flavor. So we're going to take that. We're going to lightly put a little flour on it. I'm going to saute it over here. Oh, it's already done and braised.
That is incredible. I love that monogram cooktop. Dang.
And then I was going to have a big fiery mezcal tequila thing going on here, but they've taken care of that also. So this is what we're going to get right there. The cheek. What's fun here is the tongue. A lot of people, when you go down to Mexico, tongue and cheek, and it's the whole idea of using the entire product, right? I just went down. I was in Tijuana just a couple days ago eating the best tacos of my life.
Wow.
I don't exactly know what was in all of those tacos, but I'm pretty sure it was everything.
Right.
It was.
But I mean, there's so much flavor, and I think people are just intimidated because we don't know how to cook it, right? We go and we're like, what the heck would we do with tongue?
But slow cooking. You know what? Braising a piece of meat is one of the most forgiving things that you can do. And the idea of having that and just cooking it until it's soft and moist. It's the best cheat in the world, and it makes us all amazing chefs. Over here, I was going to braise it in this pizza oven.
We're going to pretend again?
Yeah, here we go. Thank you to my culinary team up there. It is called a demo, a cooking demo, and we don't have to do anything because it's all right here. But this pizza oven right here that they actually removed from the building is amazing to braise in, as well as cook pizzas or roast meats in, roast your vegetables in, because you can control the temperature so well, and it cooks in there. And I often forget about things in my oven sometimes.
I do too.
I set my timers, but timers are for amateurs, because my brain's so not programmed, right? And but when you have it here, you're really getting to be part of the cooking apparatus and see what's going on here. When you're charring your vegetables, you can see what's going on there. So kind of char that, watch it, make sure you can adjust it from the lows to highs, and it just picks up the temperature as fast as anything you've ever seen.
And what's crazy is you don't have to vent it in your house. You don't need anything special, which is nuts.
This is crazy.
I know. It's the first time I've seen it. It's pretty fun.
I live in San Diego, California, Monogram. If you could please just send one of those right away for me.
What's your address? It's in the mail.
All right, so a quick pickle.
Okay.
All right, everybody, we're cooking with a lot more acid in our lives now. It used to be old school, Frenchy style, real heavy, either a lot of butter and cheeses, and all the food was so rich. But now as we're continuing to eat and really try to push our taste buds, it's all about the acid. So a lot of pickling, a lot of high vinegar notes, a lot of citrus.
Right.
You're using everything to really lift it up and excite your taste buds, all right?
I feel like we use even stronger ratios of acids. In vinaigrette, it's just really bright.
Oh, yeah. When I was coming
you.
up to cooking school, I think it was like a quarter to
3,
or something.
right? No.
We're playing 50-50. We're playing 50-50 nowadays, all right?
We're going crazy.
All right. So
okay.
This little pickle's just going to, this little pickle, I just said that. This little pickle, my friends. Hey. All right. We're all adults here, I hope. All right. This is just going to take about, in the real world, it would just take about 30, 40 minutes to get a nice pickly flavor on that. The onions are great. Anytime you have pickled red onions, my good friends here at Gott's, they have some
I love
they have
Gott's.
so much good food there right there.
Those pickled onions on their tacos, they're so good.
How many people are from Napa? So everybody else is not. So take a chance. I was so fortunate. I was in Napa just earlier in the week. Me and my friends, our kind of adventurous crew, we jogged here from San Francisco on Friday morning.
Just heading over.
Ran. Did you do it too? Ragnar. Yeah, we beat you. We got a kill. Boom. Oh. Yeah. All right. Nice. So Ragnar is a crazy relay race that you do with 11 of your best friends. And you,
oh, my gosh.
2 vans set out from San Francisco, run across the Golden Gate Bridge, and you run for 30, 34 hours straight.
That's insane.
And every time you run by somebody, it's so nice. You go, kill. Kill.
Just
right?
keep going.
And then you get to your van, you mark your kills down, and then you run into Napa, and then you drink excessively for the entire day of Saturday night and all day Sunday.
That sounds like a good time if you're willing to run and work for it, right?
All right. So now I have my beautiful pozole broth all cleared out here. I passed it. Originally I had onions and coriander and chilies and really robust flavors. And again, going back to kind of that Mexican sort of way of cooking,
right.
It's really robust, but yet it's so well balanced, like a great tequila or mezcal, like you're saying, taking all the different regions and trying to balance that out. The food is, here in the U.S., we don't hold very, very much in the culinary direction as deep tradition, right? We're always taking that
from
culture.
others.
We're melting pot.
Right,
We're melting
right.
pot. And so we're taking all the different cultures and we're kind of mashing them up and doing what we want. But in really great Mexican cuisine, you taste the same flavors over and over again. Like when you go to Italy or Spain and
right.
you travel to those regions, it's that perfect dish that's just so well balanced and it's been done for years and years and decades and centuries sometimes, all right? So I completely screwed that one up. All right.
Well, I wanted to ask Matt, too, because there is so much tradition steeped in the history of food in Mexico, but tequila, obviously, and what inspired the story? Steve shared with me a little bit, but what made you, as a filmmaker, want to go down and tell the story of tequila?
I think once we went down there, we had made a film previous about Napa Valley winemakers with Steve Reynolds.
Steve is both, so a winemaker and now
an exquisite winemaker
tequila.
and now tequila hero. And just the going down to Mexico and just seeing how much of tequila and mezcal is sort of part of the tradition and part
right.
of these families' heritage, and really the prosperity that they're seeing, some families. Just going down there and the imagery is beautiful. You know, as a filmmaker, fire and smoke is always fun, and just the generosity of the culture. You know,
right.
everyone is so welcoming and inviting there in Mexico. You can't get out of there without having a glass of tequila.
It's funny, as we were talking about the Basque region in the last demo, all of these cultures that are rooted in food and drink are just friendly and generous, and I feel like you had an opportunity. Now you're having an opportunity to experience that as you've started creating this incredible tequila down there and really understanding what it's all about. So, pretty magical. Steve's got a mic, too.
I'm just going to say real quick that how many of you guys have been down to the tequila regions of Mexico? Anybody in the room?
No, but I've heard it's a lot like here. It's very regional. There's the Napa, there's the Sonoma.
Yeah. If you have not been, you one weekend trip, there is a town actually called Tequila, Mexico.
Amazing.
And you fly into Guadalajara, do me a favor, go there. An amazing weekend. I would only suggest 2 nights because 3 would just be for me. And
you're saying it's like Vegas.
Yeah, it's fun.
A little too much.
And you'll get it.
So amazing. So to go with that, okay, so what have you got going here? You're just like crushing it.
I love it. So, Matthew, like you were saying, the idea of fire and smoke and all of those elements that you got to take you got to play with in your film. We like to play with that stuff in the kitchen also.
Right.
So, excuse me, sir.
Back it up. So here, let's light some things on fire.
In the old school kitchen, I could have flambéed this just by exposing it to the heat right here. But in this right here, there's no fire because you have to introduce fire to it.
I got to get this out of the way.
All right, there we go.
Now we're talking. Wow. So you burn off that alcohol and you're left with the great flavor.
It's a nice little fire braise right now. So the idea, what they did upstairs is they took that tongue and we shredded the tongue and then they sautéed it very, very quick at a high temperature, and it got all of it nice and crispy. So almost like a tongue crackling on top of that, because we wanted to take all of the different elements. You have the soft, nice braised cheeks with the hominy going on there. Then you're going to have, oh, yeah, there it is. A little bit of the hominy. A
little play between textures, too, then.
Always play with textures.
Is this something that you would do in your restaurants?
At our restaurant, Urban Wood, H-E-R-B, Urban Wood, as the Australians or British will call it, Urban Wood. We do kind of like a Mediterranean, California sort of thing.
Right.
So not a lot of tequila going on right now, but always fun. Like I said, we get to play with all different kinds of ingredients here in the U.S.
Right.
But we play with a lot of wood fire down there and a lot of charcoal and hot, and so we're having a lot of fun with that. And that the flavor I just got out of that mezcal was fantastic. Kind of that sweet, rich, amazing flavors.
Delicious.
And so what I'm going to do right here for us, we're going to have a little cooking competition because If you follow me on these little Food Network shows, that's about what we do now. It's all competition.
It's true, isn't it?
So you get one and I get one.
I have to do something?
Yes.
No.
Look at this. We have. It's like we're making a painting here. We have all these beautiful things. All right? We have the endive that we're going to toss in a little bit of this agave vinaigrette right there. Turn that off. All right. My tequila's coming down here.
Are we going to get judged on plating by the audience?
For sure.
I'm up for that.
I'm going to pour a little bit of this off right here.
Okay.
I want to get that nice and crispy, and I will show you the power of my fancy induction monogram burner right there.
It's awesome.
Even though I overdid it, I'm going to have that super, super hot and crispy.
I think that's one of the magical things about cooking, though, Brian, is that it's not surgery, right? It's not rocket science. We're just making food and feeding people, and it's going to be delicious.
It's going to be delicious, and the best thing is that, like I said, I have a pastry chef, and people are like, oh, you make pastries? You make pastries? I'm like, no. Those people have measuring cups, and they know temperatures. As a savory chef, we don't need to know any of that stuff, all right?
It's throw it all in.
Throw it all in.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of that.
It's going to be gorgeous. Okay. Even all the little chef tricks, like cutting it on the bias, makes it look better. It's beautiful. It's going to be a gorgeous dish.
All right, so... For you.
Okay, thank you.
For me.
All right.
All right, we start with our cheek.
Okay.
Like our good friends had right there.
Oh, it smells so good.
Get some of this hominy broth right there.
Gorgeous. Your riff on a pozole.
Pardon me?
I said this is your riff on a pozole. You get all of these incredible flavors. I get to scoop some myself.
Yes.
Thank you, chef.
Doctor.
Well, I think that this recipe that you decided to do really does complement your tequila. And that's the other thing that I found so fascinating is you can pair tequilas like you pair wine, right? So the thought that goes into that and how it will cut the richness of this dish and highlight the flavors and everything you're doing is really fascinating to me.
Oh, see, I see what you've done there.
What have I
put
done?
my hominy on top.
Oh,
and you put
I've done it on the
It's all
side.
right.
Well,
It's
see,
all right.
this is why we get to do what we do.
Same now.
All right.
All right. I'm going to get the tongue nice and crispy.
Okay. And now what?
I'm going to use a little bit of this nice cojita cheese right there.
And cotija used, again, a lot in Mexican cooking. You can certainly sub other things, but
Radishes.
I love it.
I love cilantro. I think
Me too.
cilantro should just be a salad and not even chopped up. Just big, huge, beautiful cilantro there.
Okay.
A little bit of these pickled vegetables.
So did you let that sit on the heat, or do you make the pickle and you just let everything sit in it and turn off the heat?
If I was doing it at home, I would pickle, remove from heat, let it get down to room temperature.
Great.
And then keep it around for a while.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right, I'm going to steal these so that mine has everything yours has.
So
This is
I like it
gorgeous.
bright. It's such a heavy kind of a stew.
Right.
I like to brighten it up a lot with all these nice acidic pickles and the bitter greens.
It just always comes back to acid. I feel like this is going to brighten it up with the pickle. So good. Thank you, chef.
What else can I get you?
I don't know. What else do I need?
got
I
the
need a little
endive there if you
garnish.
want
I need
that.
a little
You got
endive
cheese,
to make it pretty, and the
that.
cilantro, and then we'll
Salt,
see.
pepper.
Crush. We'll pretend, right? Does anybody have any questions as we're cooking about tequila or the food or your restaurants?
I would like to know where I can go watch the movie.
That's a great question.
Saturday at Farmstead.
Oh, okay.
5:30.
Okay.
And we're also playing. I have a mic. That's right. It's nationwide. We're doing a theatrical release. So if you follow us on Agave Film on Instagram or on Facebook, we're doing screenings and tastings all throughout the country.
That's really exciting.
Working with an awesome mezcal collaborative to do tequila and mezcal tastings. So you have a chance to see the film, have a nice cocktail, and get to talk to some of the mezcaleros.
Oh, well, that's exciting.
So the next one's in Houston, in El Paso, and then we are in San Diego.
I was going to say, take us down
We're
to the
in
border.
New York City and San Diego the following week. New York City on the 27th, and San Diego and Dallas on the 3rd or 4th of December.
Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I have to ask Steve, too, where can we get your tequila?
Well, thank you for asking.
Yes, you're welcome. Where can I get your tequila?
So we are going to be in New Orleans Monday with the first nationwide release of this. You can go to pentatequila.com. We're only licensed right now in 10 states. Unfortunately, it's not. Thank you. Unfortunately, it's not like wine. It does take a little bit more government work, and we all know how that goes. But if you're persistent, and I do make a wine called Persistent, so that's where that's coming from. But if you're persistent, this it's available at Lawler's right here in town.
Okay.
Morimoto, Cole's Chop House. So it is around town a little bit.
Terrific.
But go to pentatequila.com. We'd love for you guys to have a little bit of 7 years of hard work.
That's
Hopefully
incredible.
You can taste the love in every bottle.
Well, you certainly can. How'd you like the tequila with the dish? Pretty amazing. I'm needing more. Yeah, it's incredible. So what a gorgeous marriage of both. Thank you so much. And any other questions? Yeah, before we wrap it up.
I do have a question for the
Yes.
chef. Can you tell us about kind of like the magic of hominy?
The magic of hominy. Can you tell us about the magic of hominy?
Well, you know, I think your next film could actually be about hominy, and because of all the corns, the corn meals, and the progression of the product throughout. So I look forward to watching that.
When will that be coming out? Next year? We'll see it in a year here, right? That's so funny. I love it too because
the hominy is as much a part of the culture really as kind of the agave, and it's incredible how many different forms they use it in, from their tortillas to all their different flours and everything they're doing down there. So
that's incredible.
One of the mezcal makers actually makes a mezcal that is infused with elote, so with corn.
You're kidding.
Hominy, yeah.
Wow. I bet you've learned more about mezcal and tequila than you ever could imagine after that.
It was a lot, yeah.
We're just happy to have you here with us today after all of that education you had to go through, right? Well, I wanted to share with everybody, too, that we're going to be serving wines from the Mexican Wine Alliance after this. And if you look around, it's just such a beautiful way to exit as you go because all of our sponsors have something to share. So Glenfiddich is doing a tasting back there along with Hangar One. And I just want to thank Monogram and Cuisinart and Paula LeDuc Catering for executing all of this amazing work for you, and Minor Family Winery for being such a huge part of it. And also, I don't know if you've seen the infrared sauna over there, but after you've had your tequila, if you would like to go try the sauna, it's incredible. And there's oxygen too. Everything you need is within this tent. And so, also, I want to just make one last introduction. Katie Schaefer, who Feast It Forward is her incredible space that she's welcomed us into. So Katie, if you can come up for a quick second, we'd love it. Thank you for having us. This space is amazing. Yes.
Can I see a show of hands of people that have actually been to our location and we just opened about 4 months ago.
It's spectacular.
So we are open every day, but Wednesdays. We are an online lifestyle and food network. We've been filming our shows around the country for about 6 years.
Wow.
Just shot 18 episodes with Chef Shop McCann upstairs. And hopefully Brian will be coming back. But
very
you can grab
soon.
a glass or bottle of wine downstairs at any point in the day and then see what chef or musician is merging in the kitchen. So hope you'll come back and visit us. And
it's amazing.
thank you to the Film Festival and this fabulous wine.
Thank you. Absolutely incredible facility right here. It's not a maybe, it's a must.
It's so true. And thank you, Whole Foods, for all of these incredible ingredients as well. We're so lucky. Thanks for the great weekend. And enjoy the film festival. Come say hi to us. Thank you. Thank you, Chef. Thank you.
Do that every time.
You're awesome. Now I was like, I gotta try it.
Right, that one good. All right.
50 years ago, tequila was perceived as something that you would consume if you had not enough money to go and buy a bottle of brandy. That was kind of the image that the tequila would have.
Yo crucé el río Grande 7 veces nadando. Se va el otro hijo a sufrir, no se puede. Que digas que a la fiesta o que a pasearse, va a sufrir.
Lo que se está haciendo es saquear el patrimonio biológico y cultural que representa el mezcal en pos de una mercancía que se llama mezcal.
Remain loyal to your roots. Remain loyal to your traditions. Remain loyal to who you are, because your past is your present and will be your future.